My best friend said I changed, so I told him what he really didn't want to hear. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this, but sometimes the people yelling the loudest that you changed are really just mad you stopped playing small for them. That's exactly what happened with my best friend, Marcus. We'd been boys since middle school, same bus stop, same dusty basketball court, same late-night hood hangouts. Every memory had him in it. Every plan we made somehow included each other. So when he hit me with, "Bro, you changed," it wasn't even the words. It was the tone, the disappointment. Like, I personally betrayed him by leveling up. But let me start at the beginning. Because for this story to make sense, you need to know where the mess actually kicked off. A while back, I realized I had been coasting. My life was messy. I was living paycheck to paycheck, barely managing my relationships, my health in shambles, and my future non-existent. I wasn't broke, but I wasn't thriving. I was comfortable enough to ignore real growth, and I could feel it catching up to me. One day, something just clicked. I needed to get my shit together. I spent months building myself, waking up early, hitting the gym consistently, cleaning up my habits, learning about money, networking, reading, studying, really investing in myself. Every day, I was leveling up mentally, physically, and emotionally. And the more I invested in myself, the more I realized how stagnant everything around me had been. After maybe a year of real effort, not just talking about change, actually doing it, my grind finally paid off. I landed a high-powered finance role, one that put me on track to earn around $250,000 a year. Not overnight, not magically, but because I had done the work. I'd put in the time, learned, grown, and proved I was ready. That salary wasn't just a number. It was a symbol of the life I had been building from the ground up. Of course, as soon as I hit that level, people started noticing. Some of them were proud. Some weren't. Marcus was definitely in the second camp. At first, it was little comments. "Bro, you on some motivational speaker type of shit," or "Why you always busy? You used to be fun." I brushed them off. We laughed sometimes. But the more I embraced this new version of myself, the more uncomfortable he seemed. Or annoyed, or maybe a mix of both. I couldn't tell. But the only thing I was focused on was getting this bag. Fast forward to the night everything snapped. I just closed my first major deal in my new role, a deal that would ensure my bonus pushed me way past six figures, and Marcus called me. "Pull up, we chilling at Darius's place." I told him I couldn't. I had early morning meetings and prep to do. He went quiet, then hit me with it. "Damn, so that's you now? You changed." I paused, because it wasn't the first time he said it, but this time, I wasn't letting it slide. "Changed how?" I asked. "You think you too good for us now or something," he said. "Bro," I laughed, not loud, but the "ain't no way you serious" type laugh. "No," I said, "I'm just trying to handle my business." But he wasn't hearing it. He went on this whole rant about how I'm different, how I don't show up anymore, how I've lost myself. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there thinking, I lost myself when I was doing nothing. So now it's grind time so I don't fall off again. I didn't respond immediately. I let him talk. Sometimes letting people expose their own insecurities is better than arguing. The next day, I decided to pull up in person. Not to fight, not to lecture, just to talk without the phone between us. He was outside on his porch, hoodie up, scrolling like life hadn't moved in a week. "Bro, we need to talk," I said. He sighed like I asked him to lift a car. "About what?" "You saying I changed?" He shrugged. "Because you did." "And what's wrong with that?" I asked. He didn't answer. Not right away. Then, finally he said, "You used to be one of the guys. Now you always talking about work and goals and grinding. You ain't fun no more." I nodded slowly. "So you want old me back?" I mean, he hesitated, searching my face. "Yeah, kinda." "Marcus, old me was broke, tired, confused, and wasting potential. That's what you miss?" He blinked. He wasn't ready for that. "Nah, bro," he said quickly. "It's not like that." "It is," I said. "You want me to stay in the same place because it makes you comfortable. You want the dude who had nothing going for himself because you felt better standing next to him. That's what this is." He tensed up, looking like I just slapped him with the truth. "Why would you even say that?" he muttered, because you've been nothing but a hater ever since I started doing better. You don't give me no props. You don't ask how I'm doing. You just say, you changed, like it's a bad thing. He finally put his phone down. Bro, you just different. So are you, I said calmly. But the difference is I changed on purpose. That line hit him. I could tell. He stared at the porch floor, silent. You act like I ain't on shit, he muttered. I shook my head. You're not the enemy. Your mindset is. You see me elevating and think I'm leaving you behind. But I tried to bring you with me. I asked you to work out, asked you to help with projects, asked what goals you had. Every time you brushed me off, that ain't on me. He didn't respond, so I kept going. You want real? Here's real. People don't get mad when you change. They get mad when your change exposes the fact that they haven't. The truth sat between us like a heavy bag of bricks. He swallowed hard. So what, you think you better than me now? Not better, I said. Just growing. And I want people around me who want to grow too. He looked away again. I could tell he wasn't used to this kind of honesty. I wasn't being cruel. I was being transparent. Sometimes transparency feels like an attack when people aren't ready for it. Bro, I don't want to outgrow you, but you got to meet me halfway. I can't drag you into the next stage of life. You either walk with me or watch me walk alone. He exhaled. I ain't know you felt like that. I ain't know you felt threatened, I said. Wasn't threatened, he said quickly. You were, I countered. It's okay. Just don't let it turn into resentment. We sat in silence. Not angry silence, just two dudes realizing we reached a fork in the road. Some friendships end quietly. Some evolve. Some need a hard conversation just to survive. Finally, he said, I guess I've been in the same spot too long. And that's fine, I said. Just don't get mad at me for moving. He nodded slowly. No apology, no miracle fix, but acknowledgement. That was enough. We dapped up, and I left. The air felt lighter walking away, not because I ended a friendship, because I saved one from becoming something ugly. People don't talk about what happens after you start growing. Nobody warns you that elevation comes with isolation. Nobody tells you your biggest friction will come from people who swore they loved you. Nobody tells you your glow-up will trigger people who haven't healed. But I learned something important. If someone says you changed, ask them if they're mad that you grew or mad that they didn't. Whatever their answer, even if they don't say it, use it as fuel to keep going. Real friends don't get mad when you level up. They pack a bag and level up with you.